Chicago's South Side, a breeding ground for hardship. And for Davon Bennett, born August 9, 1994, it was more than a backdrop, it was his reality. Known to the world as King Von, his story started on the streets of Parkway Gardens, a housing project infamous as O-Block. Life wasn't easy. Von grew up surrounded by poverty and violence. Gangs offered a sense of belonging. They provided protection, but they also led to trouble. Von found himself caught in the cycle. He spent time incarcerated, his teenage years marked by run-ins with the law. The streets were a school of hard knocks. Von learned to survive. He learned to hustle. But inside, a different kind of fire burned. A passion for music simmered beneath the surface. Little did anyone know this young man from O-Block was destined for something bigger. Von's early experiences shaped him. They gave his music a raw authenticity. He rapped about what he knew. His lyrics were a reflection of his life, his struggles, his pain. There was a rawness to his voice, a truth in his words. He wasn't glorifying the streets, he was telling their story. But Von was more than just a product of his environment. He was intelligent, charismatic, and fiercely loyal. He had a natural ability to connect with people. His music resonated with those who lived similar lives, and with those who had never stepped foot in his world. King Von was a storyteller. His life the narrative that would captivate a generation. The streets of O-Block were his crucible. They tested him, hardened him, and ultimately set the stage for his rise. Music became Von's outlet. It was a way to express himself, to escape the harsh realities of his environment. He started rapping with friends, they shared stories, traded verses. The concrete jungle became their studio. Von's talent was undeniable. His words had a weight to them. They carried the weight of experience. He wasn't just rapping, he was narrating his life. His songs were gritty, authentic, raw. They painted a vivid picture of life on the South Side. He rapped about violence, poverty, and the struggle for survival. But there was also a vulnerability in his voice, a pain that resonated with listeners. Word of Von's talent started to spread. His music found its way onto the internet. He released tracks on SoundCloud and YouTube. People were drawn to his authenticity. His stories were real, his struggles relatable. He wasn't trying to be something he wasn't. King Von was the real deal. His music caught the attention of another Chicago native, a rising star in the rap game, Lil Durk. Durk saw something special in Von. He recognized his talent, his drive, his potential. Durk extended a hand, offering Von a chance to join his label, Only the Family, OTF. It was a turning point in Von's life. He finally had the platform to share his music with the world. The streets had given him a story. Now it was time for the world to listen. Joining OTF was a game changer. Von had the backing of a label. He had the support of a mentor in Lil Durk. He was ready to take his career to the next level. In 2018, he dropped Crazy Story. The track was an instant hit. It was raw, it was real, it was King Von in his element. The song told the story of a street robbery gone wrong. It was a story Von knew all too well, but it was more than just a song. It was a glimpse into his life. Crazy Story put Von on the map. The track garnered millions of streams. It caught the attention of industry heavyweights. Suddenly, everyone was talking about the kid from O-Block. Success didn't change Von. He remained true to himself, to his roots. He continued to rap about his experiences. His music was a reflection of his life. His lyrics were raw, honest, and unflinching. They resonated with listeners who related to his struggles. Von's star continued to rise. He released a string of successful singles and mixtapes. His fan base grew with each release. He was becoming one of the biggest names in Chicago drill. His music was more than just entertainment. It was a voice for the voiceless. He gave a platform to the stories of the streets. King Von was on top of the world. He had overcome adversity to achieve his dreams, but his time at the top would be tragically cut short. The bond between King Von and Lil Durk went beyond music. It was a brotherhood forged in the streets of Chicago. They understood each other's struggles. They shared a common goal. Durk saw Von's potential. He took him under his wing, guiding him through the industry. Von in turn was fiercely loyal to Durk and OTF. Their relationship was more than just business. They were friends, confidants, brothers. They collaborated on numerous tracks, their chemistry undeniable. Durk provided Von with a platform. He gave him the opportunity to shine. And Von's success reflected positively on Durk and OTF. Their brotherhood was a source of strength for both artists. They had each other's backs no matter what. In a world full of uncertainty, their bond was unwavering. They were two kids from Chicago who had made it against all odds. They were a testament to the power of loyalty and hard work. Their connection went beyond the studio. They were frequently seen together, their camaraderie evident. They supported each other's endeavors, their careers intertwined. The relationship between King Von and Lil Durk was a testament to the power of brotherhood. It was a bond that transcended music. It was a bond that would be tested by tragedy. Section 5. Atlanta Tragedy. The night everything changed. The night of November 6, 2020, started like any other. King Von was in Atlanta. He was at a nightclub celebrating a release. But the night took a tragic turn. An altercation broke out, words were exchanged. Then, gunfire erupted. Chaos ensued, people scattered for cover. When the smoke cleared, Von lay wounded. He was rushed to the hospital, clinging to life. The news spread like wildfire. Fans held their breath, hoping for a miracle. But it was not to be. King Von succumbed to his injuries. He was only 26 years old. The world mourned the loss of a rising star. His life cut tragically short. The circumstances surrounding his death remained murky. Conflicting accounts fueled speculation. But one thing was clear. The world had lost a unique talent. Von's death sent shockwaves through the music industry. He was on the cusp of greatness, his potential limitless. His absence left a void in the hearts of fans and collaborators. The streets of Chicago mourned their native son, and the rap game lost one of its brightest stars. Section 6. Justice for Von, the aftermath and the accusations. The aftermath of Von's death was a whirlwind of grief and anger. Fans demanded justice. The streets wanted retribution. The investigation into his death was complex. Witnesses were hesitant to come forward. Rumors and speculation ran rampant. One name emerged as a central figure in the case, Quando Rondo. Rondo, a rapper from Savannah, Georgia, was present at the nightclub that fateful night. He and his entourage were involved in the altercation that led to Von's death. Rondo maintained his innocence, claiming self-defense, but the streets held him responsible. Tensions escalated. Social media became a battleground for accusations and threats. The legal proceedings were lengthy and complicated. Witnesses changed their stories, evidence was disputed. The case against Rondo and his associates dragged on. Fans grew impatient, the demand for justice remained. But the legal system moved slowly. Von's death cast a long shadow over the music industry. It was a stark reminder of the violence that plagued the streets, and it left a void that could never be filled. Section 7. The ripples of loss. OTF and the music world react. The news of King Von's death hit the OTF family hard. Lil Durk, Von's mentor and close friend, was devastated. He retreated from the public eye, grappling with the loss of his brother. The entire OTF label was in mourning. Von's absence left a gaping hole in their lives and their music. Tributes poured in from across the music world. Rappers, singers, and producers expressed their condolences. They shared stories of Von's kindness, his humor, his unwavering loyalty. Social media was flooded with messages of grief and support. Von's death sparked a dialogue about gun violence. It forced the industry to confront the dangerous realities that many artists faced. It was a wake-up call, a reminder that life was precious and could be taken away in an instant. The music world came together to mourn the loss of a rising star. Benefit concerts were held in his honor. Foundations were established in his name to support at-risk youth. King Von's legacy extended beyond his music. He was a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance. His death was a tragedy, but his impact on the world would not be forgotten. Section 8. Life After Death, King Von's Legacy and Continuing Impact. Even in death, King Von's presence loomed large. His music experienced a surge in popularity. Fans old and new flocked to his catalog, eager to connect with his raw storytelling. His albums climbed the charts, a testament to his enduring appeal. Posthumous releases kept his name alive. Unreleased tracks and collaborations were met with enthusiasm. It was as if Von was still speaking to his fans, his voice echoing through the speakers. His lyrics took on new meaning, imbued with a sense of tragedy and loss. The streets of Chicago continued to feel his impact. Young artists cited him as an inspiration. His music gave voice to their struggles, their hopes, their fears. Von's legacy transcended the music industry. He became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, dreams could be achieved. King Von's story was a testament to the power of music. It could provide solace, offer escape, and connect people from all walks of life. His life may have been cut short, but his impact on the world would continue to be felt for generations to come. Section 9. Remembering a King. Von's enduring influence on drill and beyond. King Von's influence on the drill scene is undeniable. His raw, uncompromising style helped to define the genre. He brought the realities of Chicago's streets to the forefront. His music was a reflection of his environment, unfiltered and unapologetic. He inspired a new generation of drill artists. They emulated his flow, his cadence, his storytelling ability. Von's influence could be heard in the music of countless artists who followed in his footsteps. He raised the bar, pushing the boundaries of the genre, but Von's impact extended beyond drill. His music resonated with listeners from all walks of life. They connected with his authenticity, his vulnerability, his ability to convey the complexities of street life. He was a storyteller at heart, and his stories transcended geographical boundaries. King Von's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He was a product of his environment, shaped by the streets that he called home. He was a talented artist, a loyal friend, and a captivating storyteller. His life may have been cut short, but his music continues to inspire, provoke, and entertain. He was a king in the rap game, and his reign is far from over.